What's up, guys? So welcome to part 2 of my posing clinic. Here I'm explaining to Javier again the T-walk. For posing, you start upstage, center, pose, downstage, center, pose. Then you either choose left or right, pose, go to the opposite side, pose, back to center, pose, turn around, show that nice back pose, pose, and then wave and exit the stage. So here, we're going to show an example of comparisons. Basically, after you've done your individual poses, the judges are going to ask you to come out in the order that you were seen. You're going to line up. So everybody's got to be on the same line here. And you preferentially want to be in the best lighting, and that's going to be at a certain mark downstage. So, judge is going to start calling out quarter turns. Basically, that means you're going to go from your front pose. You're going to rotate a quarter clockwise into your side pose. If they say quarter turn again, then you're going to rotate another quarter of a turn to the back pose. It won't always be quarter turns. They might go from front pose to back to front pose, then go into a quarter turn to the right. It's totally up to the judges, their discretion. It's really important that even though this can be grueling because this process can take a while as the judges are coming up with their decisions, you got to keep smiling. You got to stay light, up, in it. Don't ever drop your guard. And you will see they may ask you to switch places with another person, like right here. They're going to switch places because they may want to see you standing next to somebody else. And if you're standing there and they're not asking you to do anything and you're getting tired, it's perfectly okay. For example, if you're doing a front pose with both hands on your hips, relax for a second, then go back up into the front pose and do a different version of the front pose. That's totally fine. And it's actually really good because A, you're giving yourself a half-second rest, which is awesome. It might be just what you need to keep going. And then on top of that, you're going to draw some of the judges' attention to yourself, which is also really good. And then you can see here, Javier redoes his front pose, followed by Mike. They both get a little half-second break, readjust, maybe catch the judge's eye, and well done. Exit the stage. All right here, Mike is asking me if I do anything specific when I'm going from my front pose to my back pose as far as footwork. And I just explain here that it's really basic. It's a simple 3-point turn. I just go, let's see here, left foot, left foot to place myself, and then boom, that's it. Nothing fancy. Of course, you can tailor that however you want. And then here we got Javier doing his lat spread, but because his arms were so far forward, his lats were just not popping the way that they should. And the more that you bring your arms down to like where I have them, you're able to get that resistance with your arm and your back so that you can really flex those lats out, which you just can't do when your arms are so far in front of you. So, already an improvement for Javier here. And then another thing I brought up is that you don't want to be resting back on your heels. You want your energy pressing forward almost on the balls of your feet. It's just a better stance. It translates into more command when you're on stage. And a lot of times it helps with the lighting too. Here we got Andre practicing. And I noticed that his left arm is it's pretty straight. It's barely bent, and it's just not helping his deltoid flexion. So it really helps just to bend the elbow just a little bit more, and it helps so much getting that delt to pop. You can see the slight adjustment there and the slight difference that makes in his deltoid as well.
In practice, when you practice, make the sound.
So, and this helps, this really, really helps with getting the really hard ab flexion, contraction of all those muscles, is to practice a quick, fast exhale of all the air in your lungs. And when you make that sound, you're exhaling the air while contracting those muscles. So you want to inhale, fill up the chest so it's high, puffed out, big, and then keeping your chest up high and big like that. You want to retain that position and then also do the quick exhale. It's pretty difficult, it takes a lot of practice, but it makes a huge difference. And a lot of times you'll even see people on stage doing that minus the sound. You'll see them inhale and then exhale really quick. It takes a lot of practice. And then here I'm going to have Mike do the same thing. I'm laughing because instead of exhaling quick, he did it really slow, and it just sounded like this slow, like leaking tire. And it kind of defeats the purpose, because when you do it really quick like that, you're getting a nice quick contraction in the abs. If you go slow, it doesn't necessarily help with that. The faster the better, I think. So, important. When you're lifting up and getting into the pose, that's when you're inhaling. You want to grow big when you're getting into your pose. And then once you've got your pose right there, then you exhale. Tighten everything. Tighten that core. And lock it all in. Better, except he let his chest collapse a little bit there. You want to keep that up when you exhale. Also, I pointed out here that his right leg, it needs to be a straight line from the floor all the way up his torso, up to his spine. That way he has great balance, and he has a good, strong stance. He's not going to waver or lose his balance. There you go. Just got to work on keeping the chest up. All right, that's going to be it for this round. I will see you. I think I got like one more part that I'm going to do, and I should have that up by next week. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in a week.